This is The Bad Hire, the show with the best stories about the worst employees.
We fired him, of course.
People are crazy.
It's like an HR nightmare.
Right. One bad hire stole all of it.
Crazy stuff. She got what she deserved.
Oh.
I'm your host, Ken Monroe, and every week we dive into real-life stories from the wild world of work and what can happen when the wrong person gets the job. These stories aren't just crazy, they're cautionary tales about lessons learned the hard way. Let's get started. Hey, welcome back to another episode of The Bad Hire. I'm joined with Morgan and Emma.
Hi, guys.
Good to have you guys again.
Hi.
As always.
Yeah. So this is a podcast where we, basically read and react to viewer stories. People who watch us send their stories in about bad hires, bad interviews, anything to go bad in the hiring process or the firing process, I guess. A lot of great stories. It's been fun, and we've got some good ones today, so I'm going to get started. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, here it is.
Let's get
I
it.
found this one. The lawyer who went down in the stall. So a few...
Bathroom?
Just from the top, yeah.
Yeah.
Starts off just...
That's not where
So a few years after law school, my firm hires this brand new attorney. Right away, the guy's loud, big energy, talks fast, always bouncing off the walls. The kind of person when where you think this dude might be on something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of months in, my boss goes to use the restroom one morning
Bathroom
and
stall.
finds him unconscious on the floor of the bathroom. At first, everyone panics thinking heart attack. 911 is called. EMTs show up.
Yeah.
And nope, not a heart attack. The guy's high as a kite.
Right.
Oh.
They haul him out, and when he comes back to the firm, he says, "Look, if you want to," they say to him, "Look, if you want to keep your job, you got to take a drug test."
Yeah.
He refuses.
Really?
Boom, fired on the spot. So 3 years of law
He's
school,
doomed either way.
probably $100,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Passed the bar, got the job, and the whole thing blown up, and ends on the bathroom, in the bathroom floor in a stall.
Wow.
So one bad decision, that's all it took. The man literally barred himself.
I see what you did there.
See what I did?
Very nice. I was going to say somebody who was pre-law and also worked for a lot of different lawyers and different stuff like that. People like that stand out because most of them are not like that at all. They have no energy. They are not full. So I'm sure he still got a
You're
sort.
saying that your typical lawyer is not built like that.
No,
I was
not
about
at
to say, I
all.
was like,
Yeah.
a lawyer?
No.
A lawyer did that? That's crazy.
It might have also been because I worked in domestic
Oh,
violence law,
yeah.
but that's crazy. That's something else.
I don't know, drugs are bad.
Yeah.
don't do drugs, guys. Please don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. You're hilarious.
They probably could have given him a second chance too if he'd just taken a drug test.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they knew he was gonna, he knew he was gonna fail. I mean,
Yeah. And I mean, they knew he was on drugs.
That's
So
what I'm
for them to
saying,
even offer
He
it.
was doomed either way.
Yeah.
He takes it, he fails,
Well,
and
you know-
he refuses to because he knows he's gonna fail.
yeah. The reality is, most companies, a lot of companies, I'll say, if you fail a drug test, it's not the end of your career.
Mhm.
It's not the end of your job.
Yeah.
They'll try to get you some help.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, if you open about it and you ask for help,
Mhm.
they're generally obliged to want to help, especially if you're good at your job.
Yeah.
If you're bad at your job, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we dive back into the chaos on the bad hire, this episode is brought to you by B-Checks. Hiring shouldn't feel like rolling the dice. Background checks should come with great tech, seamless integration, and customer service that delivers. That's B-Checks. Lightning fast results, unmatched accuracy, built-in fraud prevention. We help you hire the right people. Now, B-Checks plugs into over 100 HRIS and ATS systems, so your background checks run smooth, fast, and backed by top-level service. Protect your team, protect your reputation, protect your sanity. Go to bchecks.io. That's BCHEX.io. So the refund queen.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
This one goes back almost 30 years, this person writes. back when I was working retail, we had this girl at the customer service counter who handled returns. She'd been there for years, super confident, knew the system inside and out. Turns out she really knew the system.
Okay.
All right.
I guess that's one of the pluses
Yeah.
for like really knowing.
When they act like you don't know ball.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Here's what she figured out. Every time a customer came in for a refund, she'd process it somehow so the customer got their money back.
Oh.
And then she'd quietly pocket the same amount to herself.
Oh my.
So she was double dipping right under everyone's nose. So she was doing it right in front of everyone. Nobody caught on to it for a really long time. Loss prevention started watching her, apparently, quietly, patiently, just watching, waiting for proof. By the time they were ready to move, she'd taken almost $30,000. This was 30 years ago, so that was a
Wow.
lot.
Why did it take them so long to catch on to that?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe a long time ago,
30,
I guess.
yeah, 30 years ago, much difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much more manual systems.
Yeah.
Then one day, it could be that she was like crediting their credit.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they'd be crediting the credit card,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
processing that, and then she was also pulling the cash and saying, "Yeah, refunded." And you just,
Yeah.
without all the systems today to watch all those transactions,
That's
you just
true.
like never know someone's
Yeah.
doing that to you. Then one day, middle of the afternoon, the cops walk in, right past customers, right past the checkout lanes. They cuff her on the spot and walk her out in front of everyone, just like that. Gone. Years of work, reputation, everything traded for $30,000.
That's insane.
One of the wildest things I've ever seen on the job, and the craziest part, she almost got away with it. We always see these stories of people who steal. They always end up like making it obvious, like flaunting it somehow.
Yeah.
Rolling
Yeah.
in on a
Yeah,
new
didn't we
Harley
have
or
that one
something.
story where she was stealing clothes from the store, but then she'd walk in wearing the stuff that she stole?
Insane.
That's crazy.
It's not like she wanted to be caught. She was like, this has gone on long enough.
Yeah.
This charade's
I'll
up.
have that. I don't
Yeah.
really-
Maybe they forgot.
I didn't like the new line that came in. I'm
Yeah.
trying to move on to a different store.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Who's up? Are you next?
I think it's
Yeah.
me.
What you got?
All right. You said that lady was double dipping.
Yeah.
I have a double dipping story too.
Oh.
It's not this one I'm about to read, it's the one after, but anyway. My new coworker had a full psychotic break. We shared an office, and at first it was little things. She'd mutter under her breath while she worked, but she wore headphones all day, so she didn't realize she was actually muttering. She was speaking loud enough for me to hear everything. So she was like talking to herself, I guess too loudly.
Yeah. Not crazy.
Yeah.
People do that a lot here. I'll say.
But what she was saying was terrifying.
Oh. Okay.
Things like how she wanted to unalive everyone in the office.
Oh, that's
or-
not like, I have to send an email to Cindy. Crap.
Right.
It's like, this is different. Yeah.
Like,
Or which
I want to
pin,
unalive Cindy.
or which pin would be the best to stab me or another coworker with. Kinds of stuff she's muttering out loud.
What the heck?
On top of that, she started hoarding anything that could be used as a weapon. I found a drawer full of staplers, piles of scissors,
What?
even a 2x4 that had been used to prop a door open. It was just sitting by her desk.
No,
She just
freaking-
shoved up under there. I don't know. I went to management, but they didn't believe me. So I borrowed a coworker's
Yeah,
webcam.
because who believes that that's real? Who believes?
If you went to management and said, she's hoarding
You're never going to
weapons at her
believe
desk,"
this.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro. Come on.
Yeah. She's planning on stabbing me with a pen.
Right.
Like,
You would look
Wow.
funny. You go there and it's like, well, she has 6 staplers. They're weapons.
yeah. Okay.
She's stealing staplers, selling them on eBay.
So I borrowed a coworker's webcam, set it up on my desk, and left it running while I went to lunch. When I got back, I put the footage on a USB stick and handed it to my manager. 10 minutes later, he pulled me into a meeting and told me to head home, but to tell everyone I was leaving for a client visit.
Oh.
The next morning, I walked in and noticed she wasn't at her desk. Then I heard glass shattering. She was in the conference room with my manager and the CEO. She had thrown a chair into the glass wall and smashed it. I watched her grab her laptop and hurl it at the CEO's head. It missed, but barely. A few people rushed in to restrain her until the police arrived.
Holy cow. That
It was one of the scariest moments of my career.
No, I would hope so. I would hope that's the scariest moment of your career.
It's one of those stories where you're like him going and saying, like, you're never going to believe this. Like, of course he didn't believe him. And I see some
We hear stories like that all the time where people just completely flip out when they're fired.
I know.
They deserve to be fired.
Yeah.
And I see people in our TikTok comments talking about this is a fake story.
Yeah.
I'm like, bold of you to assume we're reading fake stories on this podcast.
No.
Do what?
This is very
bold of you to assume we're reading fake stories on this podcast.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
Clearly.
You just never know about some people.
I hear people freak out when they. You remember the story where the guy got fired for creating a little cocoon and sleeping in the box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he lost his mind.
He's lost. Yeah. Why?
What?
Why screaming? Why?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think that was one of my stories that I read.
I don't doubt that that there is some storytelling in the story writing.
I felt definitely maybe some fabrications a little bit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, true.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay. Here's my second one for today. A new guy shows up for his first day, and the vice president can't stop bragging about him. He's a brilliant hire, game changer. Just wait until you see him at work. On day 1, he strolls in around 10 a.m. Same thing the next day, works 2 hours, then leaves. By midweek, they've already booked him on a business trip, flying out Wednesday and supposed to return Friday. But at the last minute, he rebooks himself on a midnight flight. And when Friday rolls around, he texts that he's taking a different flight and then just disappears. What he didn't realize is that a bunch of us had worked at his previous employer. And sure enough, someone from that previous employer messaged us and said, hey, didn't you guys just hire so-and-so? Because I just saw him making copies here at the office.
What?
Oh, he's double dipping his job.
Double dipping.
So that's why he's only there for 2 hours, because he's at the other company for the other
Going
time.
there at 8. He's leaving for, I've got to go get some coffees. For just other.
I'll be right back.
Going to lunch.
Insane.
Turns out he was double dipping, working both jobs at the same time at 2 science and tech companies, no less. And while the NDAs weren't strict, you still can't work for a potential competitor simultaneously.
They're competitors too?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
2 science and tech companies.
I get this happening, like with remote work. It happens.
Yeah.
People do this. They talk about it
Yeah.
on Reddit all the time. Like how they're just like giving advice on how to pull it off, how to get 3 jobs. But
Just be a
to
freelancer.
do it where you're actually going into the office. Now that's some moxie right there. That's doing something.
Excuse me while I go to the bathroom. I got to take a call from my other
I'm just
company.
gonna roll in at 10 every day.
Yeah.
Best I can do.
That's
And
insane.
you guessed it, he was fired from both of those positions.
Wow.
Just like that, the brilliant hire turned into a 2-for-1
Yeah.
firing.
Oh, gosh.
It's one of those CEO to CEO calls. Hey,
Yeah, hey.
Hey.
just to let you know, we're gonna let this guy go.
It's so funny.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's my stories for today.
Those are awesome. All right. I have 2 today as well. So my first story is we had a new hire who soon after starting at the job didn't show up for 2 weeks. No calls, no messages. Our written policy said involuntary termination after 4 days of a no-show / no call. So HR tried to fire him. I even had them call his wife. She had no idea where he was. He was a top-notch machinist, so I signed off on the termination reluctantly. We inventoried his tools, put his toolbox on a pallet, and locked it in the shop. Then week 3, at the start of his first shift, he walked in. Calm as anything, he came straight to my office and asked where his toolbox was. I told him, and I also told him he was no longer employed. He stared at me, and then a second later he goes, if I leave now, I'm going to your house to off your family.
Oh my gosh.
I called 911. Within minutes, a dozen officers showed up and handcuffed him on the shop floor. He ended up in the county lockup. Later I heard he'd gotten into a fight with another inmate and spent time recovering from that too. We shipped his toolboxes home. I later learned he'd struggle with drug and alcohol binges periodically. He had kids, he had real talent, and it was a complicated story. And then this says he was an incredibly skilled person, and he was also undeniably dangerous, and it could have costed lives. So that day taught me a hard lesson about safety and judgment, and talent does not excuse it.
What's crazy is that you make a threat like
Yeah.
as crazy as that, and like, but you should have just called and said, "Hey, I'm not coming in." Like, he didn't show up for 2 weeks and said nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently
It could have been easily avoided.
Apparently it was on a bender.
Yeah.
Like, just go.
I mean, even his wife didn't know where he was. Like, that's a scary thought. Like, you call somebody's wife, and it's not like he's just like playing hooky. He's missing.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like dangerous.
because she probably thought that he was at work.
Yeah.
Too, some of those days.
For sure.
I don't know. She's probably used to the benders.
Yeah.
Maybe so. I didn't
Maybe.
even think about that, but yeah, probably.
All right, my second one is a little bit shorter. A few days into his new job, the guy turns his camera on during a company-wide Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. And where is he? Laying in bed, not sitting up, flat on his back, head on the pillow, no shirt on, holding his phone above his face.
Nuzzling his cat?
No cat nuzzling. The best part, cameras weren't even required. 90% of the company keeps theirs off, but he chose to turn his on like that. When management asked him about it, his response was, "Well, nobody told me what the working hours are." For the record, they were 8 to 4. And if there's a company-wide meeting scheduled during that time, you can probably assume that might be your working hours as well.
Right.
So wait, he went to a
Oh,
company meeting
right.
saying, "Oh, I didn't know it was working hours."
Yeah, and if I join a meeting and everybody has their cameras off and I'm in bed, why would I turn my camera on?
It's like it'd be the one time you would like
Turn it off.
Some people
Yeah.
are just.
turn it off.
It's like somebody joining our
There-
company meeting.
I'm
and
just saying, there is like some weird pandemic of shirt off, weird behavior,
cat
Zoom meetings.
nuzzling, bong hitting.
Nuts.
We could just do a series
There's
on
nothing.
remote working.
really
There's not
could.
one thing that you could tell me that would shock me that some fool did on
Yeah.
on a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
It's just beyond me.
That's
the
insane.
craziness.
Wow.
I think when I think about, I listen to all these stories all the time. The one thing that kind of gets to me is like that the person you interview
Hmm.
is so often not the person that you hire.
Yeah.
They put up a really good show. Some are really good at it. They're really good at getting through. And then as they relax in the job, sometimes on the first day, but oftentimes as they relax on the job or as time goes by, they begin, their true self begins to reveal. And, many times I think you don't even know who you hired, whether they were any good or not, until much later.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And then we hear stories all the time where someone was great.
Mm-hmm.
I think this show last where, person's great.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, something
Yeah.
happens and they go off the rails.
Yeah.
Hiring is just so challenging to get right, I think.
Yeah.
For the people who do it, HR pros and talent folks, you just like, what a job. I mean, their hires can make or make or break a company.
Hmm.
And regardless, I don't think you probably don't get through a career without, some train wrecks that happen.
Yeah,
That's for sure. And I think it probably happens to everybody.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stories. All right. Well, we've got the $10,000 contest. So you guys, if you're out there and you're listening and you have some stories like we were just talking about, send them in. We want to hear them. Send them to them. Go to thebadhire.com. You can find an area on there to submit your stories. You'll give us some information. We'll send you a link, I think is what happens. We send you a link to a page where you can go and submit, read the rules, all that kind of fun stuff. And you can stay anonymous if you'd like. We'll know who you are because you may win $10,000. You want to tell us who you are.
Yeah.
But if you just want to submit a story and you don't want us to know and you want to change the names and all that, we're happy to do that. But if you you don't mind telling the story, we may invite you on the show to read it. You can do a dial-in, this kind of Zoom meeting to come in and do part of the show, be a guest, or just submit it and we'll read it. And if it's the best story of the season, we're going to pay somebody $10,000. It might as well be you.
Yeah.
So submit it. And we're doing a lot of outreach online to help to find folks who got great stories to send to us. So if you get something from us, it's legit, and we would tell you, check it out, read, respond, send us a good story. Yeah. All right. Well, I enjoyed it. Till next time.
See you guys.
Bye.